Principles of training, specificity and overload. The aims of this podcast are to define the terms specificity and overload, and to give examples for specificity and overload. Specificity means you use a particular type of training for a particular reason. That means the training you do is specific to your needs. If you take the example of a marathon runner, they would do lots of aerobic and stamina work. That would mean that they would train with long, medium-paced runs. They would use light weights and perform lots of repetitions in order to build up their stamina. If you took the example of a sprinter, they would need to do lots of anaerobic and power work. They would train by sprinting and running with short bursts. They would use heavy weights and perform only a few repetitions in order to build up their strength and their power. Overload means that you need to work harder in order to improve your fitness. If to give an example, if you imagine on a training program, in the very first day of the first week, you would choose to jog 1 mile. During week 2, you may choose to jog 1.5 miles. This means you would overload the amount of exercise that you do. You could take the example into circuit training. On the very first day of your circuit training, you would lift 10 kilograms in the bench press. During the second week, you would go on to lift 15 kilograms during the bench press. You would be overloading, you would be increasing the amount of work you do. Specificity, that means you use a particular type of training for a particular reason. The training you do is specific to your needs. For overload, this means that you need to work harder in order to improve fitness.